So recently, I had the chance to film an inauguration ball for Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I was hired by a local production crew here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Here is a shot of the production that we had going on in the back. Originally, I was hired just to bring a gimbal and be the fourth shot that was more of a roaming shot, where the other three cameras were going to be static. And while we were going over pre-production, I asked, do you need me to bring anything else? I have a bunch of Sony FS5s that I use for multicam shoots all the time. Are you interested in renting a few of those for me? And they said, sure. Yeah, that's great. That'll save us a headache on going with a rental house or getting them shipped in. So I gave them a quote for the cameras and everything was good. They said yes. And I brought a couple of other camera packages with me, ultimately increased my day rate for the day, as to where if I was just coming on as a gimbal op, I would only make, a certain amount, but adding 3 camera packages instantly increased my day rate. And it was a fun event. It turned out to be really cool. And I love working these kinds of events. I just feel like they're super high paced and just very fun to be a part of. So here I was getting a few just kind of B-roll shots that they could use as people were entering. They had up on the IMAX screens as well. Just some kind of fun event footage that they could cut to at some point. And also later, the production team was going to make a highlight reel. So I was just getting some B-roll shots of the actual event here. This was the main shot of Sarah and her family walking to center stage to deliver a speech. This was a shot of the iMag screen that had my gimbal shot on it. Honestly, after a few hours of running this gimbal, my arms were completely dead. It was just super heavy, and trying to keep it steady for a long amount of time is very difficult to do. I had to take a few breaks here and there just to give my arms some relief. I was using a Sony FX3 as well as a Zhiyun Crane 3S Pro gimbal with a Teradek system. And I was running the 4th camera, which was kind of like the moving camera for the production. Then after they delivered the speech, I followed the family for a little bit as they were kind of doing a little meet and greet with some of the attendees before taking their seats. And you could tell it's a little bit tricky trying to navigate with so many people trying to get a shot. This guy just kind of walked in the frame here, and it's a little tricky because this is like the main shot, so people in the background can see what's going on. This room is huge and it extends all the way down. Some people can't really see what's going on the actual stage, so they're kind of reliant on this camera here, giving them kind of a whereabouts as to what's going on in the program. But obviously people are just trying to get their shots and they don't really care about certain things like that. So it was a little tricky trying to navigate with media, and I think there was a crew filming like a documentary, and I totally get, trying to make sure your angles look good and trying to get the footage that you need, but sometimes you just have to think of others. Overall, this was a really awesome event, and I was happy to be a part of it. And it was a super late night. I think we ended up getting out of here at like maybe 11 p.m. or something like that, after we kind of got all our camera gear packed and out of the actual event space. But I was happy to be a part of the production and all around a good time. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and thanks for watching.